Welcome back to the final section of middlewares, where we're going to recap everything we learned. We learned everything there is about middlewares and how to connect it to our router. So let's quickly look exactly what we learned. So middlewares connect to routers. And as we saw in the redirect, we're able to connect more middlewares to more routers. So we can actually have multiple middlewares connected to a single router or multiple routers with multiple middlewares, however you want to configure it. It's up to you. And the middleware basically intercepts the request and transforms it before handing it off to the service. Now, the middleware deployment, we can define our middleware with labels, and then we connect the middleware to the label, or to the router, excuse me, and that allows us to manipulate the data going from the router to the service. And finally, and I said this at the very beginning, there is a gotcha. Most examples on the Traefik website only show you how to create the middleware and not actually how to connect it to the router. In the labs and everything, I showed you specifically that you also need to connect the router to the middleware for it to actually function. So make sure you check that out because that's a big gotcha. I've been burned by it. I've also seen customers burned by it as well. So just keep it in the back of your mind. And finally, the Middleware Labs. We accomplished a lot in this section. So we did basic authentication where we assigned a username password to our cat application. We then enabled compression to make our website even faster. We deployed a catch-all error page. So any service connected to Traefik that serves a 400 or 500 type of error, we get nice return errors in return. I mean, is there such a thing as nice errors? I don't know, but at least they're presented a little bit differently. Next, we did the rate limit. We actually put a rate limit on our service. So after every 2 requests in a second, it actually hits you with a 429 and we get a nice error page after, right? And we were able to configure that as well. And finally, we did the redirect scheme where we went from HTTP to HTTPS. Wow, that was a lot. Join me in the next section as we discuss observability.